Hello and welcome to another episode of Tan Pants.
We have a very exciting episode for you this time.
Max has returned from his absence.
Max had an absence episode, but he has recovered and he's back.
Yep, I just had to nap, like a lot.
You
better
just
be
had
careful.
a nap that day.
If you're absent 3 times in a row, 3 times, you get detention.
Cool. So I wanna start because I have something very important to talk about. This is probably
The most important thing you'll ever talk about?
this is episode 41, right?
Yes.
This is episode
sure.
41 of the podcast. So I mean, I've talked about 40 different things, and they've all varied in awesomeness, but this one is the most important thing I think I'll ever talk about on the podcast.
Okay.
So this is I saw this. This is a New York Times article.
Okay.
So the New York Times is a very reputable, important news publication who only shares the best of the best. I mean, the writers and editors they hire to work at this are cream of the crop, college level awesomes.
I could tell you're being sarcastic.
This
Absolutely.
Is the most important
Yes.
thing I'm ever going to talk about.
Right.
Ever.
Wait.
Ready? Are you ready for the headline?
Yes.
Does it matter if I eat stickers on fruits and vegetables? This is the New York Times.
You're so dumb.
I saw this article a few months ago and I saved it.
That is one of the New York Times better articles.
Yeah, I saved it.
It's what the people want to know.
And you know what happened? Today I went to go find it again to read it and it was behind a paywall. They wanted me to
What?
pay $2 a month
$2?
to read an article about does it matter if I eat the stickers on my fruits and vegetables?
Now you're taking this out of context. If you pay for the paywall, you get more than that. Just that article. But I do agree that is a very dumb.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I cleared my cache and now I can read the article.
All
I
right.
got around it I'm not paying them a cent. So this is a question they got and they decided to, answer it. I keep finding myself biting into an apple or a peach only to find I've eaten half the sticker the store put on there. Is there any harm in eating produce stickers?
No, they probably engineer it that way.
That's correct. The
Come
article
on,
goes
Josh.
on, and this lady says, while the stickers that get placed on fruits and vegetables won't cause you any harm, it's probably best to remove before eating. PLU stickers,
Okay.
which stand for price lookup, serve an important function in grocery stores, telling the clerks how much to charge for that item. In the United States, about half of fresh produce doesn't arrive in packaging, so the sticker is the main source of information on what type of produce it is and how it was grown. See, stickers don't grow naturally in the wild. People have
You
to
think
put
we're
them there.
stupid?
It really says that? Stickers don't grow in the natural wild?
No, this is my commentary on top of
Okay.
that.
Oh.
Stickers that start with the numbers 3 or 4 mean the item was grown convectionally.
Conventionally?
Convectionally.
Why are they going to use that word?
Conventually?
Why don't they just say, like,
Conventually?
it was grown normal?
Well, no, because it's the opposite of normal.
Oh, it was grown
3 or 4
abnormal.
means it was grown not normally, and those starting with a 9 indicate the item was grown organically.
Oh.
So if you're picking up an apple and the number on the sticker starts with a 9, it's an organic apple.
And if it's a 3?
Then don't buy it. Because produce stickers have contact with the food, intense use of these stickers is the subject of pre-market approval by the FDA. So you got to make sure your sticker ain't going to poison anybody just by being a sticker. And so this goes on and says, the FDA has reviewed, the stickers and made sure that they're safe to eat if you accidentally eat them.
Yeah.
How about this? Don't eat stickers.
Yeah, the FDA's review doesn't include the exposure that would result from regular consumption of the stickers.
I regularly do this.
However, the substances are of low toxicity. Any exposure from the occasional unintentional consumption of a sticker would not be expected to be a health concern.
Right.
Oh, that's nice to know.
How do you accidentally eat a sticker off an apple?
Well, you could not know it's there. Grab it in the dark.
Who eats apples in the dark?
Well, the power could be out. You could walk up to your refrigerator.
Power's out. Well, I don't want an apple.
Yep.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
This is my time that I eat an apple.
Johnny, did you just eat the sticker? You're going to die.
No, I read on this article. It says I'm gonna be fine.
I'm a subscriber to the New York Times.
I paid $2.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
The
Whenever
article.
you take the sticker off, does anybody else just stick it to their head or something? I do that all the time.
When I was working at a place in town, they had bananas and apples and stuff in a bowl. So every day I would grab a banana and I'd take the sticker off the banana and I would put it onto my computer monitor.
Wait a second. Why would you peel the sticker off of a banana when you peel the banana peel off the banana?
That's what I want to know.
Because I was making a sticker wall around my whole monitor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but produce sticker wall.
Yeah, of all the different. So if someone shot a laser thing for prices at my computer, they would get all kinds of readings.
Yeah.
That way, if like you get a cramp or something, or somebody frames you for getting a cramp and accidentally like dropping something important and breaking the whole business,
You had a cramp, didn't you?
you're gonna be like,
Got it.
"You should eat more bananas." And be like, look at my monitor, evidence.
I got an
And
idea.
they're like, wow, you dropped it just because you're an idiot.
Let's take a car and let's cover it in produce stickers
Okay, done.
from fruit.
Okay, done. This article ends with information about compost piles. Though the stickers are edible, they have no flavor and no nutritional value. There is an environmental downside to not removing them.
Do you think they tested to see if it had any flavor?
I'm sure they have a flavor.
They taste like paper.
Listen, if you take a piece of paper that's sticky and put it in your mouth, you're gonna taste something.
Right. I want to know the scientist who proved that theory.
Yeah, there's no taste.
There's no taste. How do you know?
There's no taste.
Trust me.
Come on. Produce stickers are not home compostable, so they won't break down into compost.
Compostable. But they're paper.
When it
Can't
comes
you
to
put it
making
in?
the stickers biodegradable, that is a challenge that our industry is spending a lot of time, effort, and money trying to solve.
How much time,
said
money,
Mr.
and effort?
Tracy.
They've been working on this technology for years.
If you've been working on,
Tracy, and we're trying to figure out the sticker problem, everyone. Don't worry.
if you've been working on it for that long, you should be fired.
He goes to the back room, is like, yeah, I told him we're working on it. It's whatever.
Yeah.
We don't care about the stickers, guys.
Right.
You ever heard of NASA?
Yeah.
That's all they're doing.
That's
Stickers.
it. Stickers.
Whenever
Still
they're
haven't
not
figured
working
it
on
out.
Pokeball technology.
Mr. Tracy said the challenge is the adhesive. Finding something that's sticky enough to stay stuck on the fruit through the entire supply chain.
Why not use the sugar contents of the fruit itself to stick the sticker to it?
Why not use a toothpick?
Why not?
And just stab it.
Because all fruit has some sort of sugar in it, and it could get stick if you leave it out.
Why not just tell everyone, guys, this is an apple. Apples are this much.
Why not just remove
you
the
could-
sticker?
You could just put them into like baskets at your Walmart.
Yeah, like when you buy pinto
Have the
beans.
basket have the.
When you buy pinto beans, you just put it in a bag.
That's right.
Yeah,
You
that's
weigh
right.
it.
They're not
You
all
don't put a
stickered.
sticker on each pinto bean.
Every pinto gets one sticker, guys.
That's like, I imagine that's what like produce hell looks like. We labeled everything. So
But they
We're gonna
don't put
label
the
the
stickers on
beans.
pineapples, right?
I think pineapples do get stickers.
think so?
Yeah. But it's a little bit
I
hard to
don't
eat a
know.
pineapple sticker.
I thought pineapples had like a rope or something around the prickly parts.
What if they put like produce stickers on like each individual slice of bread?
So then the article finishes and says, for something to be compostable, it has to be made of natural ingredients, something that was once alive and is now dead, said Jean Botal, director of the Cornell Waste Management Institute. She explained that every time you forget to remove the label before tossing your banana peel, avocado skin, or orange peel into your compost bin, those stray stickers contaminate the compost with tiny microplastics that in turn contaminate the soil the batch was just dropped into. So how come I'm okay to eat them, but if I get microplastics in the soil, that poisons everything?
It's
Well,
not good
because
enough for the earth.
The microplastics do not spoil you. They spoil the minerals.
But
and the
I have
stuff
just
in the
consumed
soil.
microplastics.
Yeah.
And how even when I take off the sticker, are there still microplastics on my fruit now?
They just don't want to tell you that all the stickers that you've been eating are going to kill you.
So this article is saying, guys, it's okay to eat the occasional sticker, just never put it in the ground. Never put it in the ground.
Whatever you do not feed it after dark.
Listen, it's because the environment is weak and deserves to be destroyed.
So that's what I decided to bring to the podcast, a article from the highly reputable New York Times.
Nice. You know what else is unexpected?
The Spanish Inquisition.
This is true. car market prices.
That's not the Spanish Inquisition. You
well,
twit.
yeah, you're right. It's not at all. So I recently was looking at the used car market.
Did you buy a used car market?
I did not buy a used car yet, because when you look at the used cars today, they are way overpriced.
Right.
So if you ever wondered why they're way overpriced, I have an article here that it kind of explains a little bit of it.
Hey.
And it's what to expect in the 2022 used car market.
because
So, next
people
year.
that sell them are like, yeah, Obama was in the backseat of this one time. I'll have to charge you $10,000 extra for that.
Yep, that's right. No, not at all. Not even close. Car prices have been surging for over a year as the pandemic has disrupted the supply chain, resulting in a lack of new vehicles hitting the lot. So they're having trouble getting their parts, computer parts, and making their new cars. But as bad as things are for new car prices, things are even worse for used cars. The lack of new cars available has created an absolute frenzy in the cheaper used car market. Since March of 2020, used car prices are up staggering 39%. So like 40%, they're up higher. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, during the same period, the BLS inflation measurement for new car prices is up 8.9, while overall the U.S. inflation is up 6.3. So everything's kind of soaring up, but specifically cars is up 40%.
Okay, so what I'm imagining is there's a price tag, and the guy's just like, he has an air pump, pump, and it goes, it just cranks it up by 40% higher. He's like, yep, that's 2 inches higher, 40%.
So like if you were in the market for like an $8,000 deal, the truck, 2019, you'd spend $8,000. Well, today you'd spend almost 12. The decrease in vehicle production is worse for the market than it might first appear. The car market is continuously losing vehicles to a combination of life cycles and accidents.
So people are crashing their cars and not enough new cars are coming in?
Yes, so cars are actually getting less and less.
Oh, so
And-
it's like all the Pokemon cards and there's some idiot kid who keeps shredding them.
That's right.
Oh, no.
The shrinking supply isn't the only factor that's driving the prices higher. There's been a big uptick on the demand side too. Some of that can be attributed to the interest rates on auto loans hitting rock bottom levels. There's a lot of people in bigger cities wanting to get out of bigger cities into the smaller cities, so they're less reliant on public transportation, so now they're all needing cars.
Right.
So they're like, well, I'll go get a new car. Oh, wait, there are no new cars. Oh, wait, I'll just go get a used car. Oh, man, I'm paying a lot of money here because everybody's looking for used cars.
Yeah.
So they say that the market is going to somewhat level out or go back to normal like later in the 2023 when the bottleneck kind of solves itself. Maybe we get a bit more supply with China. But who knows? You know, it's just all speculation. They say it'll get better by the end of 2023, but
Who knows?
you really don't know with this kind of stuff. They could get worse this next year, 2022, or they could stay the same as where they are right now, or they could get a bit lower by towards 2023 and then beyond. Yeah, if you're in the market for a used car, you should probably try to get to know a guy or something and get a deal somewhere.
Thank you for the update on the economic situation for car buyers.
You're welcome.
Are you guys ready?
For what?
For trivia time! Who wants to play a game that's named Who Wants to Have a Budget that has 2 digits in it? I'm the host, Isaac Anderson. I'm so happy you guys are here to play this game with me. Like before, I'll go through these little general knowledge questions. I'm going from the same list that I found that has 10,000 general knowledge questions. All of them are okay, and some of them are like, who was drunk while coming up with this? So, Max.
Yeah.
This first question for 2 points.
All right, hang on. Let me just.
Collect his thoughts.
Collect them
Yeah. Okay.
to your body. On television, what was Flipper?
Flipper on TV. Wasn't he like a horse?
Is that your final answer? Flipper
Yeah.
was a horse.
No. Wait. I know this. It's got to be a penguin, right?
Flipper was a penguin?
There's a penguin named Flipper.
Oh.
That did tricks and stuff, right?
I'm sorry, Max. That's incorrect.
Was it a
Flipper
horse?
Was a dolphin.
What the? Oh, I knew that.
Flipper.
I could have guessed that. Come on.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Wait, what TV? What channel?
Just TV in general.
Listen, all it gives me is on television. What was Flipper? Answer, dolphin.
I guess if you remember Flipper, leave it in the comments.
Joshua for 2 points. What is Dick Grayson better known as?
Batman.
Is that your final answer?
No, wait, no. Is this a fictional character?
Dick Grayson. Who is he better known as?
I think I know.
Because that name rings.
It rings.
For some reason, my mind brings me to the Batman Lego game.
I wonder why.
Crush from Batman, the Lego game.
Who is
Crush?
The
I don't know, I
answer
think
is
it was-
Robin. The answer is Robin,
for real?
Joshua. Yeah, it's Robin.
Snap.
Dick Grayson was Robin.
No wonder.
Clay for 2 points. Which was the most successful Grand National horse? You know anything about horse racing?
No.
I'll give you 3 options. Ready?
What?
Wait, I'm going
A.
to say Winn-Dixie.
You can say Winn-Dixie. Let me give you some options here.
He's picking a different one because you guessed it right.
A, Winn-Dixie. B,
Wow.
Secretariat. Or C, Red Rum.
Listen, I would pick Secretariat, but I already picked Winn-Dixie.
You gonna go with Winn-Dixie?
Yeah.
The answer was Red Rum. The most successful Grand National horse.
Red Rum is murder spelled backwards.
Yeah, he was a pretty good horse too. He murdered them. Maxwell.
Yep.
For 2 so far, no one's got any points.
I'll be the first one.
Whose band was the Quarrymen?
Quarrymen. That sounds familiar.
Whose band was the Quarrymen?
The Quarrymen. I think it's like old-timey blues or maybe some gospel. The Quarrymen. Fairfield 4?
I'm sorry. The answer is John Lennon.
John Lennon.
I thought the first thing that popped in my head was like
That's what I thought,
Beatles.
too.
For real? Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Beatles.
Yeah, before they were the Beatles, it was John Lennon and one other guy.
And
one of them.
It was the Quarrymen.
And they were called the Quarrymen, yeah.
Oh man, I should have just
you
gone with my
guys are-
gut and just said.
You guys are being so bad.
If you say band, I should say Beatles. It's just that simple.
We keep going on the right track and then pick
Yeah.
the answer.
Yeah.
Well, now I know never to do a Beatles thing again. So
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Joshua, here's your last question.
Okay.
What is the name of Dennis the Menace's dog?
Oh no. There's no way I can know this. Buster?
Buster. No, it was Gnasher.
All right, so if I get this wrong, then we're all tied. There's no losers.
Pretty much.
No, I get one more last answer,
You
right?
do get one more, yeah.
Question?
Yeah. Clay, for 2 points. Who has won the most Oscars?
Is it Oscar?
Josh Jeevan and Oscar.
I have an idea.
Johnny Depp?
Think Johnny Depp has won the most Oscars?
No. But I'm going with it.
I'm sorry. The answer is Walt Disney.
Walter Disney?
He doesn't act.
The company or the
Oh, he-
person?
He won the most Oscars
Okay.
for directing animated films.
Director.
Maxwell, here's the final question for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm going to scroll down to the second page here.
We're moving on to the second
no.
page. We're going to run out of source material fast at this rate.
Yeah.
All these questions and so many wrong answers.
Okay, you ready, Maxwell?
I'm ready.
Which country grows the most fruit?
Yeah.
Fruitland.
Obviously, Candyland. Which country grows the most fruit?
This has been a great episode.
I would say California, but that's
Oh no. It can't be.
Joshua, that was funny.
I'm going to guess somewhere tropical. So you kind of go maybe equator. Panama. Peru is a bit south.
Country with the most fruit.
Uganda.
Your final answer is Uganda.
Locked in.
When I think of fruit, I think like Costa Rica or Paraguay.
You're going to say Paraguay?
I'm going to say Paraguay.
The answer is China.
What?
China grows the most fruit. So, thank you all for playing.
Like what kind of fruit?
All of them. Thank you for playing Who Wants to Have a Budget of 2-Digit. None of you have any budgets.
No.
You're all broke. So, because you're all broke, answer this question. Whoever answers it correctly wins all the points. Which part of the human body contains the most gold?
Obviously, the liver.
Yeah, Joshua says liver.
Or is
Clay,
it kidney? Which one?
Kidney.
Which one removes the stuff?
Joshua
that
says
stores
kidney or liver.
What do you mean by part of the body?
What part of the body contains the most gold?
Your finger.
Yeah, I was thinking something like that, like your finger, but part
you
of
have
the body.
If you have a gold tooth.
Yeah, I'm going with the mouth.
I'm thinking this is something you can accumulate over time. So maybe you breathe it in through the air? Lungs?
That's what I was thinking with kidney.
You're thinking lungs?
I'm thinking lungs.
Okay, you're saying lungs. Josh is saying kidney or liver. And Clay is saying mouth?
Mouth.
The answer is toenails.
What the?
Because things get up in there.
Things get up in there, man.
Oh, I guess because like you're just walking
Things
places
get up in
and you
there.
pick up gold.
Listen. This quiz list just gives me toenails. It doesn't explain anything. It just says
That's baloney.
You
It's
could
got to
just-
be lungs.
You could just Google that answer to see if.
Like, think about it. You're walking around the earth and you kick up some dust and you breathe it in. You breathe in gold.
But what kicks up the dust?
Your feet.
Your toenails.
Yep.
Because no one wears shoes in this situation.
Yeah.
In this imagination.
Oh, wait. Listen here. Contrary to some myths, gold does not become concentrated in your toenails, hair, or freckles.
Freckles.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut out your freckles.
That's how the freckles work. Gold gets stuck in there and it forms a freckle.
But your body is 0.000000005% gold.
So you're telling me if we get enough people and melt them down,
That's right.
we find gold? But not in their toenails.
Yeah.
Don't
Did,
look
did it say where?
just throughout your pores and everything.
No.
Okay.
Your skin.
Well, thank you for joining us on Who Wants to Have a Budget with 2 Digits. I've been the host, Isaac Anderson. My quiz has shown itself to be untrustworthy.
Nobody goes home with $11.
No one gets any money.
oh man.
Thank you for joining us. That was kind of fun. Clay, you got anything for us today? Because I know I brought some much needed truth to the world. Max talked about buying cars, and then we had a fun quiz where no one got any answers right. Clay, save this podcast. Save it, Clay.
All right.
What do you mean save?
I'm gonna-
Talking about car sales is very interesting.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But I'm going to talk about
Car sales.
the end of the world.
Again, you've done this a couple of times.
But this is like figuratively.
Like, for real.
Okay.
Back in the 1850s, remember that time?
Yeah, I remember 1850s.
Remember the Civil War was just about to start and people were
Yeah,
scared?
People
Yeah.
were gearing up for that.
Patrick Buchanan was like, I'm the last president. America's dead.
Sure. Yeah.
Whew.
But also, a solar storm happened that destroyed pretty much all technology.
I've heard about this.
Wow.
But they didn't have any technology.
They had a little bit.
What did they
Thomas
have? Like
Edison was working on it. Oh, crap.
he's like working on his like, hey, Mary, shut up.
The son.
What's his wife's name?
He didn't have a wife.
Oh,
No, he did. He was like a 12-year-old girl.
shut up, little girl.
My goodness.
The guy was a creep.
He says, it's working. And then all of a sudden, he's, "Ooh, what the heck was that?
The sun itself said, Edison,
Stop.
sit down and shut up for a little bit.
Please stop.
Stop it now.
All right. Now, the question is, what are the odds of that happening again?
I don't know.
I looked it up, and on my very shady sources,
From my 10,000 answer quiz.
the most conservative that I saw was a 0.4% chance per year.
Okay.
Nice.
So it'll happen at least once a year.
It has a 0.4 chance
And-
every year.
The most liberal estimates was a 12% chance per year.
Ooh. That's every Tuesday.
With this, at the conservative number, that would place it about once every 250 years.
Okay, so like the Earth gets a reset.
Yeah.
Huh. That's not bad.
That's great.
But we would have to rebuild everything.
So all this
Yeah.
means is we just need to get some computers like in a lead box, safe underground somewhere, so we can still play Age of Empires.
right, that's the only thing we would do that for.
That's all that matters.
It's like the rest of the world is suffering and you hogged your selfish little Age of Empires.
I bet it's got food down there.
Nope.
Just
Just Age of Empires.
You want to do a LAN game?
A little bit of LOL.
I got 3 other computers.
You mean you don't use that technology to communicate internationally?
Nope. I'm
Fortnite, baby.
No, that crap don't run on this.
No, man.
This is a Dell XP
Rainbow Six.
Precision.
Your team is wiped out. Get it? The sun exploded.
And like a lot of people died.
And we're stuck.
I'm an orphan.
And we're stuck in a lead box playing Age of Empires, eating beans.
Sorry, Clay. We took over there.
Yeah, it's all right. But you mentioned a lot of people would die. The Pentagon did a report on this. They estimate 70%
Of the
people?
planet.
of people in America, at least, would just die.
How?
Well, you got people who have diabetes, so they don't get their insulin.
Yep.
Oh.
People with heart conditions, so they don't get their medicine.
Yep.
Basically, if it's you need X medicine to
You dead.
live, you're going to die.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that 70% of America needs medicine to
Yes.
Well, there's also just people who are like really obese. And if you're an obese man in the city, you're on the menu. Because
For the sun.
like the
sun's
supply
gonna eat you.
chains will all break down. There's not
Right.
going to be any food in the city. You're going to be hungry. And said it'll just take a couple days and people will basically be eating each other.
Wow. That sounds pretty
live?
morbid.
We'll go to cannibalism after a couple of days.
Well, like maybe like a week.
A week?
Yes,
It only takes a week to become cannibals?
pretty much.
Well, I see. If you're walking like down New York City, you see all these people.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know their
Listen,
their personalities.
Those people in New York City have thought about it. They've all had the thought.
Wow.
And there's not really much water in the cities and you can't grow food. It's just a man-made desert.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Concrete desert.
All the water is pumped in, the food's brought in on trucks. So a lot of people in the cities are just going to suffer because of that.
Right. And you have all the people who are making their living essentially on electricity.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Almost
Pretty much
every job
everybody.
is electricity.
Yeah.
Except for farmers. And even they use electricity a lot.
Yeah.
Which got me thinking about a lot of different things. Like we're switching to electric cars. Everything's going electric, and statistically speaking, in the next 100 years, it's all going to stop working.
Well, even if you have like a newer car that's not electric, just normal engine, gas car, there's still a lot of, electrical components in it that make it work.
Yeah, but
Sensors and
but you can bypass those.
I saw a
yeah, it
movie
takes a
about
little bit
that.
of work, but
Remember in War of the Worlds when all the cars broke down?
yeah,
And then they figured out they just had to replace this one thing that was electrical?
it would be a little bit more complicated than that. You can't just change that one little electrical thing and now all of a sudden it's not electrical.
I
It works
saw
on
it in the
itself.
movie.
Yeah, the movie's just dumb.
That's sci-fi.
Okay.
They needed to show you it like in 1 minute, not like in 3 hours or a week or I don't
The
know.
whole movie couldn't be
The whole
get
movie.
the car working.
Yeah, they're working on the car.
Hey, I
it's
fixed
just
the
a
car.
live stream of them
Yeah.
working on the car.
Because you still need like a battery and
Yeah,
you need like
gas.
gas.
And with the computers, the supply chain's going to break down, so you're not going to be able
Yeah.
to get gasoline.
And then you have computers inside of your car that help everything run in time, plus the timing belt too, but things that work. If your computer went out, your car would kind of run a little bit funny.
But-
So would we just have a a wave of looters like just walking across the country.
Totally.
That would be crazy.
But the car to have would be an ethanol car.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because with ethanol, you can make it from anything, pretty much. You can make it from corn.
Make them from cow farts.
Cow farts. You can make it from wheat, switchgrass, grass clippings.
Pretty much anything that decays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's easy to make it, too. Like, it's just moonshine. You just need a barrel and some fire, and then you can make it. Just make really hard moonshine.
So wait, you set the barrel
Really
on fire
hard
so
moonshine.
hard it turns to moonshine?
A little bit of a process. but
that barrel so hard it turned to moonshine.
It made my grandpa go blind.
Yeah, well, you got to put the stuff
Yeah, I
in
get
it
it,
with the
I get
water
it, yeah.
and the sugar.
You put the stuff in it with the water and sugar.
Yeah, so with the ethanol, it would be good because you can produce it locally, even when the supply chain's broken down. I feel that could increase the survival chance of a lot of people. And for the liberals, it's a circular system. It's carbon neutral.
Hey.
there you go.
It absorbs the carbon.
Yep.
And then it burns the carbon.
I always
What,
wanted
does
a
it
car
make
that.
exhaust? Does stuff come out of the back of the car?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Hey, that little girl from Sweden, she can get onto you. What's her name?
She
The
can
really
go.
angry one?
She can go suck a lemon.
You mean Thunberg?
Yeah. Hey.
Greta.
Greta is a genius. She knows everything.
Greta.
Greta knows.
Change your name. Goodness.
Greta takes pictures of her sleeping on a train just on the ground. Did you
did
hear
that?
about this? She got in trouble a couple years ago. So she was on a press tour. Greta works so hard. We're here on this train. There's not enough room. She's just laying on the ground sleeping. What a great... it was a staged photo. She had a seat. They went into the part of the train where there were no seats. And she just laid on the ground, pretended to sleep. And they took a picture of her to make her look, oh, look, she's so strong. It was fake. She got in trouble for it. But people are like, it's Greta. We forgive you.
70% of the population dies. Still.
Oh.
Okay, that just got really dark again.
But but this is according to the Pentagon.
Yeah.
What do they know?
I know.
What do they know? They have a subway in the Pentagon.
But you know who's not?
What kind of genius? Like, listen, you're the Pentagon. You can have any restaurant you want. You can have.
Oh, I thought you
can
meant
pick
an
any
actual-
restaurant to have in the Pentagon.
I thought you meant an actual subway, like underground and
No,
everything.
I'm talking about a restaurant to go get food. The Pentagon is huge, right?
Yeah.
People walking around all the
Yeah.
time in that giant Pentagon.
What
Yeah.
is the Pentagon for?
It's for government people to
for-
do
I only
paperwork.
Looking
see,
at
like, it in
stuff.
the X-Files, they keep a frozen baby alien down.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah, the Pentagon.
that's what it's for, dude.
Okay.
Frozen
So listen,
baby
the
aliens.
Pentagon people are like, we need to have a restaurant in the Pentagon because it's a nightmare to get out. What
That's right.
restaurant should we pick? What do we pick, geniuses? People who rule the world, who know what to do. What do we pick?
It's Subway.
We want Subway.
What's their slogan?
Subway.
Does we want anything
fresh.
else?
Eat
and
fresh.
they're like,
Yeah,
no,
they're gonna
we're all
eat
fine
fresh.
with Subway.
That's right, Isaac. What else are they gonna eat?
Eat
Not
stale.
fresh? Yeah.
Stale.
Nobody wants to eat stale. Everybody wants to eat fresh. Subway.
I'm just saying, any entity that big that chooses Subway.
Would you rather McDonald's?
It'd be pretty funny if it
I
was
would rather like
Wendy's.
not a chain restaurant.
Dude, I'd rather McDonald's.
Hire cooks
I'd-
who make good food.
I'd rather McDonald's.
Back to my point, though.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got way off. The Amish would be completely unaffected,
Okay. Yeah. Naturally.
and their population is doubling every 20 years,
So we would all become Amish.
pretty much.
Well, no. Listen,
I would join them.
all of the crazy millennial cannibals who are fleeing the cities will go. You know who has all the food? The Amish.
Oh, guess who would win in a fight? An Amish guy or a millennial? Guess.
Well,
Millennial?
one Amish guy
No.
versus one millennial, the Amish guy wins. But one Amish guy versus 15 millennials.
the Amish.
No, Amish stick together.
Yeah.
And I bet you they're really into boxing. They just look like they would be.
The millennials are not. The Amish will get together and
The
they will
Amish-
form a larger Amish.
That's right.
The Amish do not believe in violence.
Oh, they will, though.
They turn the other cheek.
Do they
Come on. If the world was ending.
Listen, if the world was ending and they're coming after your family, like to steal your food and kill you, you're gonna let that happen?
You're going to throw a few
Listen,
punches, man.
Listen. The Amish people say we believe in peace, not violence. But when push comes to shove, that Amish dad is gonna shoot the other guy in the face if he tries to
That's
hurt
right.
his family.
Every
When
bunny.
the chips are down, when that survival instinct activates inside of him,
Every bunny backed into a corner bites.
Listen, we just need to get an Amish guy on here.
That's
I
right.
invite all Amish listeners.
No,
Amish
not all.
listening to the podcast. That's
No
like
Amish
5 maybe.
person.
There,
You don't listen to podcasts.
Listen, Maxwell, there was one.
There's got to be at least
There-
one.
No, there's at least one rebellious Amish man.
Well, they'd be on
listens to podcasts.
on Rumspringer.
What?
What's Rumspringer?
I think it's Rumspringer. In their teenage years, they let the kids go and be worldly for a couple of weeks or something.
Oh yeah, the pilgrimage.
Yeah.
Pilgrimage. Where do they go?
I don't know.
Anywhere.
They go to Wendy's.
Some people go out for a year, they party it up. Some people leave for like a week and then they come back. home.
Some kids don't come back. Some kids do.
That was fun. So you're saying the Amish will be fine?
Yeah, they're
That
gonna
should be
take
great.
over America and the world.
And the world.
I wouldn't mind the Amish taking over.
It'd be all right, I guess. They should be wearing funny hats, I guess.
It's like Governor.
I rescind my my it'll be all right.
I wouldn't mind becoming Amish. Not like beliefs, but lifestyle.
All right, one last point. This has been a very discombobulated topic.
Oh, we've had fun though. This has been we saved the podcast, Max. We
See?
This is just more recycled content.
we saved the
Use it, man.
podcast.
Yeah.
So the idea is, imagine what we can do though, knowing what we know now.
Oh, you mean start fresh?
Yeah. So like with air conditioning, we know about like evaporative cooling.
Yep.
So you could make a fridge. Like I talked about that a couple episodes ago about the sheep guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we could do that. We could make a refrigerator using evaporative cooling.
Or you
And-
just store your food down deep in the ground.
So wait. You're basically saying we should do Biden's Build Back Better.
Hold on. Wait.
on a societal scale.
You know what will happen when it happens? Like YouTube will be down. Everything will be down. So there will be a race. Who's going to build YouTube again? And who's going to be that guy?
Ooh.
There'll be like 20 YouTubes.
And they'll rename it. It'll be like you bloob.
You don't know.
Video.com.
Yeah, maybe.
What if it's just video.com?
Dude.
Welcome
Right,
to
like,
video.com.
They reinvent the internet, and everybody has every single idea that's ever been on the internet, and they want to be the first guy that does it.
And they're trying to do it again.
Trying to do it again.
And erased.
And it's
And
gonna
the
be
dot
a-
But,
net.
but listen,
Then they
listen.
die.
There are like 5 internets though.
Yeah.
There's going to be 5 different
Right. Somebody's
internets.
like, I'm going to do it. Yeah.
Listen, and the .net guy, he wins this time.
He does.
Everything's
It's
.net. Yeah, but the idea is that the tech could be cool, how it could be applied in a more agricultural setting. Like you could put strips of cloth, wet cloth, over your window, and then when the wind blows in, it would be cool.
Like the Great Depression.
Yes. Yes.
I learned that reading about the Great Depression.
You did?
Yeah,
They
that-
really did that?
That's what they did in the
Oh,
Great
that's
Depression.
Why don't you just go sit down and find a nice tree?
They did too. Yeah.
Oh. I would think that'd be way more pleasant than wet
Well, like,
cloths.
they did this on the days it was really, really, really hot. Like you walk
Oh.
outside and inside, like it's the same.
Yeah.
They would hang wet blankets over the windows, so whenever there was any breeze at all, it would filter through the water and be a little bit colder.
Well, like my vision is like there's a big window.
Real big window.
Big window. You have like a king.
Now, already, this is against Biden's Build Back Better. He wants smaller windows.
What he said that?
So Biden's Build Back Better plan is he wants to tear down pretty much everything and rebuild everything to be more economically friendly so Greta's happy.
So no more windows?
Yeah, no more windows for you people.
I'm
You got to
in favor.
replace all of the lead pipes.
I'm in favor of tearing down everything, rebuilding it all like Roman architecture.
Sure.
Let's do it.
With all of the money that we have.
We might as well.
The aliens will be observing us, and they'd be like, what the heck are they doing?
What?
They just tore down a city. They're building a different... Was there a war? No. we don't know what they're doing. They've just unleashed a bunch of rats that are spreading disease now.
Yeah, let's just go live with the rats. If
Yeah.
everything goes south, let's just go live with the rats in New York.
Listen, they know what's up. They know what time it is. Those rats.
What?
You can trust them.
Sure.
Hand to give a rat your wallet. What does he do with it?
It invests it in stocks.
Invest in stocks, in smart stocks, because rats
They know.
They have an ear to the ground. They know Wall Street in and out, over and under. You can trust a rat.
All right, I'm there. You've convinced me.
The news with Josh Anderson.
The news. Lottery winner of $125 million
Whoa.
was arrested for dumping $200,000 of manure on his ex-boss's lawn.
That's
And
good.
the mugshot of him getting arrested, he's just his head
He
reared
is
back,
so
he's just
happy.
laughing
He's
his
just
head off.
no regrets.
You know what that means? The people taking his mugshot are laughing
also
just as hard as he is.
Like he's literally like he's in
I
laughter.
wonder how much manure could you buy for $200,000?
Enough.
I mean,
Enough to send a message.
I don't know how much I would sell for manure, but that's probably a lot of manure.
You're not selling the manure. You're selling the process it takes to get the manure.
No, listen, this is $224,000 worth of manure dumped.
Imagine,
Wait.
like,
Dumped.
imagine like a house in just a cul-de-sac. the pile is as tall as his house.
Wait, how much?
Spreading from the back lot to the front.
How much money worth?
224,000. Oh, and down here it says 25-year-old Brian Morris.
All right, so a 50-pound bag costs $12.
50 pounds.
No, it says right here is 20,000 tons.
20,000 tons? I poured.
That means
so much crap poured.
Is absolutely unreal.
20,000 tons.
You won the lottery.
Sitting before the
Congratulations.
judge. The judge is reading the charges. He has this guy and his boss both sitting there. The guy is laughing. The boss is steaming. And the judge is like, I'm hearing the accused. You dumped 20,000 tons of manure on this man's yard.
Joke's on him. His lawn's going to look great in a few years.
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. It's
That's
gonna
true.
look Really good.
I was fertilizing.
yeah.
It's like, congratulations, you won the lottery. What do you want to do?
Listen. If that boss was smart at all, he would put an ad like manure for sale
That's
Yeah.
right.
and sell it.
But I feel like his neighbors would probably be like, it smells. I'm
smells
complaining
bad.
to the city council. They're banning your house.
Your house is banned.
Talking about a load of crap. The Suez Canal
What is it? What happened now?
turns. The same boat that got stuck last March is coming back with an even bigger load.
Oh, yeah.
Egypt has been taking precautions. They are getting ready ahead of time, anticipating any kind of emergency.
With this boat.
With this boat in this same canal.
This time, they're going to do a
time.
wheelie. Honestly, I would get it stuck on purpose.
Imagine, listen, you're a ship captain. They're handing out the jobs. They're like, okay, remember that boat that got stuck last year? You're driving it. And we're putting even more crap on it.
But guess what happened?
Did you get stuck?
It got through.
Oh, yeah.
all
right.
Took
They go,
precautions.
don't get stuck.
But
Don't
I
get stuck.
remember-
The guy's like, I'm not going to get stuck.
No.
It's fine, guys.
All of
Come on.
Egypt is putting all of their time and resources to make sure you don't get stuck because last time it was really bad. Speaking of large equipment, Florida man flies jet with excavator like a toy plane. Picks
What?
it up with the giant claw machine and he just turns the jet sideways.
Hold up.
And he revolves it around
No,
himself.
hang on. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Florida man gets inside of a giant crane.
Okay.
Excavator.
Picks
you know,
up
like
a giant jet with the crane, and he just spins around.
like an idiot.
What?
Show them the picture.
Listen. Listen, okay, audience. I know what Josh describes sounded
Clay.
like. This is a guy with an excavator. a backhoe that picks up dirt, picking up a jet engine. Josh is talking about it's picking up a small twin jet plane.
Okay.
It's a plane. And he's not turning on the plane.
No.
He is just slowly rotating the plane around like a little boy playing with the toy plane. But he's playing with a life-size plane.
He probably woke up that morning and was like, I'm so bored. I'm so tired of this job.
I'm so drunk.
Remember that scene in Iron Giant with Iron Giant's flying that car around?
It's the same thing.
He did the same thing.
Except with a
But
passenger
little bit
plane.
bigger. Or United Nations talks fail to open negotiations on killer robots.
I know we're going to talk about killer robots today,
Because I know
but
like Russia and all
we
the-
need to vote on
are
what
making-
restaurant do we want to have the UN? Pentagon got Subway. I'm thinking we go like
Quiznos.
Arby's.
That's it. In the conversation now, or I'm signing the deal with the killer robots.
Arby's right now, or we get killer robots.
I think Arby's.
Listen,
And that one lady, I prefer Jack in the Box.
Linda, you're fired.
Linda.
They need to deal with killer humans.
Right.
Wait, they're killer humans? What?
You're
Yeah.
just introducing Murder Part 2.
Hang on.
The
If we already have killer humans, do we want to add killer robots into the mix? Because we have killer humans, we have killer bees,
Yep.
we have that gorilla that got shot.
That was a long time ago.
we want to add killer robots on top of it.
Listen, we don't care about Harambe anymore.
Listen,
Wash your mouth.
Maxwell, Harambe died.
Harambe gave his life.
Talking of violence,
Oh, we got more?
Portland has a shooting problem.
What?
So they're trying to fix the shooting problem. So you know what they do?
What do they do?
Shoot more people.
They put up those fat yellow cones that say local access only. Just in random place, just in places.
Whoa.
This'll
Local
keep the shooters out.
access only.
Yep.
So some
And
guy with a
data
gun.
suggests that it just isn't working.
He walks up. He goes, "Local access only."
Bobby, shoot the cone. shoot the cone, Bobby.
Local says no one is going to say, "Oh no, local access only. I better not shoot here."
Listen, why don't they just make shooting people illegal? I mean, come on.
Come on, yeah.
Come on, dude.
All these very, very liberal places have the worst shooting problems.
Yeah.
They say they have like 42 shooting related calls 2 months prior to the installation of them. The following months, after they installed it, they had 45.
Even more.
Oh, yeah, let's make it 47.
I mean, all they got to do is, what other liberal cities are having trouble like this? Chicago. What is Chicago doing to solve this problem? Are they using cones? Let's
More
do what
signs.
Chicago's doing.
More signs.
Or the signs probably aren't related to the shooting. I don't know.
But local access only. Well, aren't the shooters local?
What does that mean? What does local access only mean?
Doesn't that technically give them permission to shoot?
Hang on, was there a meeting? Was there
have no idea.
Hang on,
I am local.
Guys, stop. So are you saying there was a city meeting where they're like, listen, y'all, the UN's talking about killer robots. We got killer humans. How can we make it so people don't shoot each other as much? And they thought setting up cones would work?
Hold
Yes.
on. Maybe it's complicated. Maybe this website just got this article wrong. I don't know.
No.
Florida officer in a car accident, he finds 2 alligators hanging out of the windows of an SUV.
Of his
Yeah,
car?
the SUV that crashed on the road, and the officer walks up. There's 2 alligators in there.
I wonder why it crashed.
Wonder.
Because alligators can't drive.
No, they can't.
Oh, because they ain't got no thumbs.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, that makes
They
sense.
can get down to the pedals, but they can't also do the
I
pedals
bet
and
you
the wheel.
He walks
Yeah.
up to the crash. He sees the alligators laying on the ground dead. He's like, Using his detective skills, he's like, the alligators can't drive.
He says, "Stupid alligators! You realize I'm a detective."
You can't fool me, alligators. So some dude was driving with alligators in his car and wrecked the alligators.
He crashes. He's like, "Oh crap!" and he just books it without the alligators. He leaves them at the scene.
Like, the alligators get blamed and not me.
Maybe he legit.
It's his failsafe. Quick, Linda, release the alligators. We got a wreck.
No, listen. The alligators caused the wreck. Alligators in the car while it was moving caused the car to lose control because the guy had an alligator breathing down his neck as he was driving down the highway and panicked.
They tricked me.
No.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of Tan Pants.
We hope you learned something, and we hope you improved as a person.
I certainly learned something.
I hope you learn how to plant food.
Yeah, for the upcoming Into the World that Clay keeps warning us about.
Because you're gonna die.
Because like there's
just-
0.7%
guys,
it's gonna happen every year.
Just 70% of you and everyone in the city.
You're gonna die.
Just learn how to eat things you can grow. Like, I know in the city you have those, planters on the in the windows.
That's
Start
not
growing some
Some pizza plants.
pizzas.
Or you'll die.
Special thanks to all of our Patreon supporters.
Gil Stronculus,
Gil Stronculus.
Naven Jr.,
Naven Jr.
The big time.
the big time.
And the big time. If anyone else would also like to become legendary, we have a Patreon you can go to. It's patreon.com/tanpants, I
Pants.
think. Thank you for joining us. A goodbye.
Bye.